I like money.
Okay, I didn't sign up for this.
Oh, really? What did you sign up for? The big fat pussy who's too afraid to do what it takes to win club?
You gotta calm down. You're going crazy on me.
I'm crazy because I refuse to lose?
I think so.
God damn it!
You may have hoodwinked everyone else in this backwater town, but you can't fool me. I listen to public radio.
Guess what, Jason? You're running my campaign.
Are you serious?
Congratulations to Jason, everyone. Nice round of applause.
I got so many good ideas. Did you know that our government, we actually give tax breaks to companies that outsource jobs to other countries? We've already lost 7 million jobs since NAFTA.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here! I want to hear that bullshit.
You're a great American. This nation owes you a huge debt. Now shut the fuck up and let me do my job!
The key! Now how are we gonna get it?
I know. Walk in and ask him for it.
I will do anything it takes to win!
Hey,
Even if it means lying! Or physically hurting someone!
easy. Put that down.
Or branding myself with a coat hanger!
All right,
In the
hey.
shape of a V for victory!
Hey, I get it. Okay, I'm sorry.
Is that crazy?
I think so.
Do I seem like a crazy person? Or are you the crazy one?
Stop it.
I'm the beaver! Feed a line of booby!
Okay, sit down.
Down above a shoveland!
Sit fuck down right now.
A poem by Patrick Starr. Roses are blue, violets are red. I have to go to the bathroom.
All right, so we're going to look at last year's bold predictions that everybody put up on the site for the year 2015. That just wrapped up, a couple
20 hours
couple
ago.
days ago, yeah.
Oh,
so
2 days ago, yeah. That's right. I was a little wrong there.
all right, so T, take it away. Who has the first bold predictions that we're going to run over?
Well, first thing we're going to do is go over Aaron's. Aaron, why don't you talk about him?
Aaron?
Oh, you're not here. That's right. Jew.
And you never will be.
Again. So he's got 5 bold predictions. I'll run through them quick. Isaac, you let me know if anything strikes you.
All right.
First one, Green Bay and the Colts in the Super Bowl.
Wow, pretty close.
Yeah, he said Colts win 30-27. P.S. I will never pick Green Bay winning a Super Bowl. Sorry, Craig. Pretty close. How?
One's an AFC team. The other's an NFC team. I believe that the both of them they both won games. No, this is awful.
Yeah, not a good start. AP will be comeback player of the year again.
Wow.
Did he win?
We'll have to see.
Oh yeah, I actually don't know if he won or not. So.
But yeah, I mean that's spot on there.
Yeah, spot on. I wouldn't say it was too bold, but he nailed it.
Mm-hmm.
Winston, rookie of the year. That was a pretty bold one. I didn't see that coming. I didn't see him doing very well, but he really did play well.
Yeah, as the season went on, you could see Jameis Winston kind of growing by leaps and bounds. It doesn't get much worse than when your first career pass is a pick six.
No.
So anywhere, nowhere to go but up from that point. And he was fine.
This next one's probably going to be the best one that I read the whole time we go through this. Victor Cruz will have 150 plus fantasy points this year.
How many did he end up with?
Do you want me to actually look?
Yeah.
I could. I'll go look.
All right.
Next thing you talk about is he said Josh in the top 3 this year.
Josh in the top 3, and I believe Josh finished 5th.
Josh finished 3rd.
Oh, he did? 3rd.
Josh took 3rd, so.
Josh he just has the most boring year. He's all tucked away down there on the site. I always kind of forget that he's in the league.
As I go through here, I found Victor Cruz's stats this year. He had 0 catches, yards, touchdowns, targets, attempts, and rushing yards. Nothing. He didn't play.
He had as many catches as he had games played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that one...
not your best, Aaron. But, hey, you got a couple on there. That's probably be better than me. I'm next. I said Craig finishes in the money. He ended up taking 4th, just one spot out.
In the money. Or no, we only do top 3 now.
Not the money.
So, close.
But it was close.
No cigar.
TJ Yeldon, rookie of the year.
Nope.
He came out kind of firing, but then fizzled out. Sorry,
He really,
Nick.
I mean, for being a guy that looked like the next Adrian Peterson back when he was at Bama, it seems like he kind of plateaued in his sophomore year at Alabama, and then has just never. I mean, his rookie season was very nondescript.
No, well, it kind of started off like he might do something, then it fizzled out pretty hard.
Yeah,
And now they just signed Chris Ivory.
to a big deal.
So TJ Yeldon's change of pace guy. Next one, I'll kind of start reading them, and if anyone's interesting, I'll go with it. I said Vikings finish with less than 7 wins.
Nope.
I look like a fucking idiot. I said Nick doesn't take last. Just kidding. So I think he took second to last.
Second to last,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I mean,
Well, who saw Haig just shoot out of nowhere and finish in the basement?
probably Haig.
Yeah.
Or did Haig take last or Dart? It was Haig.
Yep.
Jesus, Haig. My next 3 are all pretty funny. Andre Johnson's the top 15 receiver. Frank Gore's the top 10 running back. I guess.
Well, that's actually true that we found out. Yeah.
And Josh takes 7th at best. he took 3rd, but I tried.
That's good.
Okay, Isaac, your predictions
Cool.
by team. So this is different angle. Your prediction for my team is David Cobb is my second leading running back in points.
Was he?
He was probably the second leading. No, he probably wasn't even the second leading running back on his own team.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but he's also still on my team. If anyone's wondering.
That's why they're bold predictions.
Prediction for Craig's team: RG3 is comeback player of the year and career resurgence. Wow. No, I don't think he played a snap, and now he's on the Browns. Team Thunder, lack of depth leads to bottom 5 finish. You nailed that one because he was kind of a favorite at this point when we made these predictions.
All right.
Which was like a year ago, I think.
Kind of redeemed myself a little bit with that one.
D-Town's Dogs. Eli Manning flirts with MVP status, finishes the top 3 QB scorer in the league.
Well,
No, just failed. Let's see. Gibby's team. Have a new name, Gibby. Wins league after making blockbuster. So wins league after making blockbuster trade involving Demaryius Thomas and Jimmy Graham. Wow,
Yeah,
he took second in the league and traded both those guys to me. So,
but you know, the way I was wording it is like he made it to make his team better in the short term, when in fact he was just doing a fire sale, and he still, despite that, finished.
maybe
second.
Gibby he knew something.
Yeah.
I think he knew something there. Your own prediction. Is 3 of the top 5 candidates for Rookie of the Year with Winston, Coleman, and Aguilar.
Womp womp.
No, Winston you had.
Yeah.
But I liked your own self-confidence. You kind of sound like me.
But finishes
Or
in
Nick.
8th. What did I finish in? Was it 8th?
No, Dart took 8th, so you had to have taken 7th.
7th. Yeah.
Lost cause. We'll sick of being in the basement and trade red hot Jeremy Hill for Demaryius Thomas and Jimmy Graham. He did get sick of being in the basement and traded Jeremy Hill and got a QB, right? Phillip Rivers?
No, he gave me Phillip Rivers. I traded him the number 1 overall pick, Nick Foles, Mark Ingram, and Jeremy Maclin.
Okay, Nick, did you hear that? I think you lost that trade. Darts team, Matt Castle, surprisingly effective year. Okay. And for Aaron's, I'm just going to skip that one. Amir Amendola and Rashad Perriman proved to be highly effective rookies. Victor Cruz finishes in the top 15.
Oh, my God.
You guys. What the hell?
They're
No.
bold predictions. You have to step out of the realm of reality.
And then for Josh, Todd Gurley goes full Trent Richardson on it. Averages less than 4 yards a carry in an underwhelming rookie season.
I couldn't have been more wrong on all of them.
Yeah, that was terrible.
God.
Let's see. Josh had a few. Mark Sanchez wins Eagles starting QB job. No.
Well,
Tyrod Taylor's Michael Vick reincarnated.
well,
And he also added, all he meant was that he gets suspended for dogfighting. So
that has
play.
yet to. We'll see. I mean, the jury's still out on that one.
this was a bold one by Josh. He says this is word for word, Peyton Manning finishes outside of the top 20 running backs. He was.
Yeah.
He was out of the top 20 running backs.
120.
I'll go with the last one for the predictions just because it's kind of entertaining. Dalton's, we'll go through. Gibby, I skipped yours.
Let's see.
Going.
Get Gibby going.
Let's go. My team. Melvin Gordon ends the season as his top scoring running back. Nope. Craig goes from last to first. That was
that's not too far from the truth.
it's a bold prediction, and Craig actually came. Even though he made all shitty trades, every trade he makes hurts his team.
Makes his team worse.
He still found a way to have a good season. His own team has 2 of the top 10s at at 3 of the top 4 positions by the end of the year, and somehow fails to repeat.
Wow.
All of that was true until you did repeat.
Yeah.
And you demolished us all.
Fucking prick.
Now go get a better tan, fake.
Yeah, and snort some coke.
And hang out with a porn star, stripper, or whatever she was with huge boobs.
Does that say Joseph Randall ends the season as his top scoring running back?
Oh, for Haig's team?
For Haig's team, yeah.
It says Joseph Randall ends the season as top scoring running back. He actually probably competed on Haig's team. Because I think his top scoring running back was like Spencer Ware.
Oh,
So
geez.
there's that. Let's see. Nick's team, Ingram ends the season as only top 15. I guess he technically did, but
Yeah.
he was the number 1 running back when healthy. So it wasn't a great prediction there. And for the Quadricorns, for some reason this was a thing. Trey Mason keeps job all year from Todd Gurley. You guys are
Well, hold
fucking
on.
retarded.
Can you go up 1 from that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, oh my God. This is hard to even read. For Aaron's team, Victor Cruz finishes higher than Odell Beckham Jr.
To be fair, he didn't say more yards, touchdowns, catches, anything. He's higher.
He's just smoking some
smoking
J.
weed. He didn't play all year. What the hell was he supposed to do?
You know what? Great prediction. Great
Well done.
prediction, Dalton.
All right, good job, guys, on the bold predictions.
That was a great job.
We'll come back and talk about other shit.
You know you love me, I know you care. Just shout whenever, and I'll be there. You want my love, you want my heart, and we will never, ever, ever be apart. Are we an item? Don't quit playing. We're just friends. What are you saying?
Are you guys ready to play the game? Is it a game?
Yep.
That's what the game is called, the game.
The game? Yeah. Wait, the game is a movie. It's already a thing. We're not actually playing the game, are we?
Yeah, it's a pretty solid movie.
Is somebody gonna come knock on my door and I'm gonna be put in some weird scenario where I think it's life or death, and in the end I'm gonna decide to commit suicide jumping off a building, but I really land in a big giant pillowy balloon.
Yeah, it's,
Best gift my brother
want me to
ever
turn that
gave
down?
me.
We'll see if you have to turn
Yeah.
it down. We stopped listening to you, Josh. Sorry.
no, I didn't. I love that movie. I was just gonna say it sounds a lot like Marriage. Getting in and then wanting to kill yourself.
I'm still getting our sounders ready.
Yeah,
I don't know what that means. Is that a couple other guys in the studio?
it's technical jargon. It's pretty high. It's sophisticated. Ooh,
Going to.
Too high pitched.
that is super duper high pitched.
Yeah, well, you guys are both mass comm majors, aren't you?
Terrible. We're using
I
it.
don't know how this is not working.
Isn't keep them
This is actually brilliant.
school?
We're doing a great job.
Graduate. Fucking graduate.
No.
He can't, because he can't even put together a podcast. How is he going to graduate?
All right. I think we start off with not the game. I think we start off by talking about who you guys think should be nominated as best GM of the year last year and why, and talk through it and have a little banter that way.
Oh, Jesus. I'll have to try to remember last year.
Yeah, it was a
Why?
while ago.
Why? It just happened. We're doing this immediately after the season.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. And then, I got to try to find, I'm going to go back to our 2015 league home just to see who won. I kind of forgot. Oh, wait, it was Dalton. Fuck him.
Yeah. I called Dalton to see if he wanted to be on the show, but he didn't answer, so he's out. Uncle Aaron was begging to be in studio with us, but he made up excuses.
Yeah. He doesn't know where Stuart Hall is, apparently.
So now he's out forever. But I think for me, the easiest one, by far, was Gibby. He blew up his whole team, traded away everything, and still ends up taking second, edging out you, Josh.
Yeah.
I mean, he went in full fire sale mode at week 8, week 10, one of the middle weeks there. he traded everybody except you couldn't touch Antonio Brown or Cam Newton. And those are today's show is brought to you by Cheetos.
I hate to toot my own horn here, but people forget about the red man. Going from last place to if I think it's fucked out of Baldwin, would have been the money.
Well,
I think people forget about that. So I hate to toot my own horn. I'm not going to talk about that. I'll let you guys battle that out.
We're not going to battle anything out. We've already tried to get rid of your people at first, and we just can't find a way to.
I was going to say, there's really not much to battle. We kind of already stole all your land.
we'll give you a blanket though as like a gift.
As a parting gift. Nice.
A gift blanket.
I'm just going to vote for that.
So it's pretty clear then Gibby was it.
Yeah, I mean, who else would even... Dalton kept collecting the best players in terrible-ass trades.
From Craig.
Yeah. So there is that.
And if they're so bad, I don't know why they're not being vetoed. Oh, wait. Like, they're fucking awesome.
You're calling a veto for your own trades?
Stirring shit up.
All right. I mean...
I'm like
I think people...
Just kicking all the Mexicans out.
I think people are kind of overlooking just Dalton himself. I hate to look at his team. Like, I look at all the players that were injured, and somehow, for a little bit, at the end of the season, it was kind of close. And I look at Dalton's team, and he outscored the rest of the league by over 10 points a game. He just won it going away. He had every single player on his team get hurt. Colin Kaepernick went down.
Who?
Charles went down. Arian Foster went down. And
True. Justin Forsett.
He lost basically every player on his team. I mean, maybe it was a little bit of luck, but I think maybe the best GM was just the one that had the most shit ton of fucking great players and didn't have to make any moves because his entire roster, even all his second-tier guys, could beat us.
But Josh, you're forgetting the key point is Dalton's a douchebag, so he's not even a possibility for nomination.
Oh yeah, since he was eliminated because he's a dick.
A douchebag.
By the way, when we talk about Dalton for a second, is he the worst gloater that there ever is?
Oh, of all time.
He puts a lei on his on and wears a Hawaiian shirt, and then he makes us think that we're all so sad that he won. The thing is that all the ways we'd be defiling that trophy every day if any one of us could fucking win it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd be shitting in that thing.
For sure. I would make the kids shit in this thing. That's the new toilet. Just fucking deal with it.
Hey, Josh, you do know Craig's a cop now, so you probably shouldn't say that.
Craig's a cop?
Yeah.
He's doing snorting lines of Adderall right before this.
Yeah.
We never did any of that. I wasn't there.
Well, Josh is a cop in...
It's still recording.
Okay, good. He's a cop in the wasteland shithole that is Wisconsin, where most of the cops are criminals themselves.
Yeah. And the biggest thing that they have to deal with is runaway cows. So.
And Stephen Avery.
And what?
Yeah. Hey, I like
Stephen Avery. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I saw you on that thing. You were the one that was texting that woman and trying to get her to show, you were showing pictures of your dick, right? Prosecuting attorney, I think.
All right, Isaac, we're doing the game. Make sure you don't look over here.
All right, so we're gonna do the game.
I'm just wondering. Hold on, just before the game, do I get nothing? As far as GM of the year goes,
Nothing.
Nothing. I mean, you had the most nondescript year.
No, well,
you didn't do shit.
The conversation's over. You get nothing.
Yeah.
By the way, I think I'm going to try to set a record and make no moves this entire year. I think people gave up trying to make moves with me. They're fuck it. It's not worth it. I'll just go rip off Craig instead.
I'm making a move on you.
Oh, well, yeah, well, obviously that sort of move. I can't wait to see you during the draft. Hopefully we have as much fun as we had last year, Craig.
I don't remember last year.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't, but I had fun.
All right, we're gonna start the game.
It's time to play the game on the podcast.
You hear that sick ass intro?
Yeah.
Trade's number 1 this year for Marshawn Lynch. You know?
Is this trade talk going down? Or no?
Make a move.
I just got AJ Green for Marshawn Lynch.
Deal. I'll even add in one.
All right, I heard it. I'm putting it through. All right, guys, I'm going to explain the rules, so try to be quiet, Josh.
What was that?
We played this game last year. What it is I'm going to give you a category, and there's going to be a X amount of players. I'll tell you if there's 10, 11, or 12, and then you have to go through and try to name as many as you can. If you get one wrong, you're out. So first Josh would go. If he gets one right, that's good. Then Craig goes. If he gets one right, he's still in. Then Isaac goes, and so on until two people
I
are
remember
out.
the game.
Yeah, it's the game.
Yeah.
I don't remember this game. When the fuck do we do this?
You were stabbing cops at that point. All right. So, first category. We'll have Craig start, then Josh and Isaac. That'll be the order. Okay. If there's no cheating, okay, I'm going to give you 5 seconds to answer. And then that's it.
All right. I'm closing my laptop now.
Okay. Craig, you're first.
That's just the porno you're closing.
Mm-hmm.
First
Well, I'm
category
not done jerking it.
is, other than Adrian Peterson and Doug Martin, because everyone knows they were the top 2 running backs in yardage, who were the next top 10, so I guess it would be 3 through 12, rushing leaders in the NFL this year?
Ooh. Okay.
I'm going first. Craig's going first?
Yeah, Craig's
Craig's first. So start now.
I'll go with Ivory. Chris Ivory.
Hey, that's right.
Correct. That's the gayest sound. It's so great.
It's fantastic. I wonder if they can even hear it.
Probably
Do you
not.
guys have a ding or anything?
We have
I
a
don't
ding.
hear anything.
Yeah, we have a ding. but
Yeah,
it's
we have
awful.
a ding. We heard it here, but yeah.
Okay, Josh, you're up.
Oh, Todd Gurley.
Hold on, let me get the ding.
Hold on.
You ruined it.
All right. Where's the ding?
There you go, Josh. You got it right.
All right. Good job.
Okay, Isaac, you're up.
I'm gonna go with Latavius Murray. All right, there it is.
Okay.
Latavius Murray is correct.
Craig, you're up.
What?
There's 7 left. You're up.
Lamar Miller.
Lamar Miller. I'm looking.
Oh, no,
Craig
you're
is
out, Craig.
Lamar Miller actually came in at 13th with 872 rushing yards.
Because they never gave him the ball.
All right, it's down to just Josh and Isaac.
Okay.
Can't answer Lamar.
I'm going to go with Mark Ingram.
Mark Ingram.
Mark Ingram. It's a good guess. Oh!
Josh is wrong.
So I have to get this right.
You guys got 3 fucking people out of 10? This is now the worst segment in history.
Yeah.
All right, Isaac, name anybody.
I'm trying to think. How about
4, 3, 2,
1
1.
5 seconds. 4. Keep going.
Jesus, I don't know. Matt Forte. Yeah, I have no idea.
Time's up. He's out. You guys all lost. Nobody gets a point for this category.
This was the. Well, do we just? I mean, we can't even name any. What were the other ones, T?
I'll go through them. So number 3, Todd Gurley,
Yeah.
1,100 yards. Number 4, the surprise one, Darren McFadden,
McFadden was really
1,089 yards.
Jesus.
Number 5, Chris Ivory, you named. Number 6, Latavius Murray, you named. Number 7, Devontae Freeman, the best running back in fantasy this year.
Yeah.
Number 8, Jonathan Stewart.
Stewart did get in there.
Number 9, Frank Gore. Number
What?
10, D'Angelo Williams.
Oh my God.
11 was Forte, who you did say late, and then LaShawn McCoy was 12.
Jesus Christ.
So if you would have named a running back over 80.
You got to look at all those running backs. They're all at 800, 700, 900 yards, and they're in the top 10.
There were 7 running backs that broke 1,000 yards this year in the NFL.
Jesus.
If anybody was wondering.
And
Lamar Miller was on that list.
Lamar Miller wasn't even sniffing it.
Can we just say that Mark Ingram, if he would have stayed healthy, was going to break? He was going to be in the top 10. Can we go by average yards per game?
It did surprise me that Ingram wasn't in there, but yeah. I guess that's the beauty of the game.
All right, category 2. Josh, you'll lead this one off.
Okay.
The category is top. We're going receiving yards. Top wide receivers under the age of 26.
Ooh.
Got to be under 26 years old, which means they can't be 26 years old.
Okay. Is it
How many
yardage
yardage
last year?
Yes, total yardage. We're going 10.
10.
The top 10. This does include tight ends.
Oh, okay.
I might have said receiver, but I just meant receiving yards.
Under 26.
Okay.
Okay, Josh,
I'm going to
you're up
start
first.
off with AJ Green.
What was that, Craig?
I think you said AJ Green.
No, what did Craig just say?
Under what age?
Under 26.
26?
Okay,
26?
Josh says AJ Green. And he's
Wow.
wrong. AJ Green's 27, you fucking moron. We're over 1.
Oh.
Okay, Isaac.
Holy shit. Okay, Odell Beckham
Let's
Jr.
act like it's not 2009.
Odell Beckham Jr.
Odell Beckham is
Wait
good.
for it. Yeah. All right.
Craig, you're up.
Let's go with DeAndre Hopkins.
Hey,
Yeah,
all
you
right.
got it.
Yeah, got it. All right.
There's 2.
I'm going to go with
Josh,
you're out.
Antonio Brown.
Josh, you-
Antonio Brown.
Antonio Brown.
Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown.
Hold on.
Antonio Brown.
Oh, you're 0 for 2, Josh.
Okay.
Josh is done. He doesn't get the vote anymore. He's off the island.
Oh,
All right,
shit.
Isaac.
How about Demarius Thomas? Oh my
You guys
God.
are fucking pathetic.
I didn't know if it was
Okay, Craig, name a human. You're going to win.
All these guys are on my team. I'll go with Brandon Cooks.
Brandon Cooks.
Brandon Cooks? Oh, let me just make sure that I'm not wrong. Because my research could be wrong. That's actually correct, but I didn't have it written down.
Oh, wait for it.
Yeah, Craig. Craig
Jesus.
takes the first point.
Craig takes it home. Wow. That was fucking pathetic again.
All right, I had these as my top 10, but evidently was wrong because Cooks is in there.
I'm going to go with Megatron.
Josh goes
Megatron.
Megatron. What's his actual name? I don't know.
Calvin Johnson.
Oh, tough luck, Josh.
All right, here's the top 10 that I wrote. I got DeAndre Hopkins and Odell Beckham, you guys named.
Yep.
Allen Robinson.
Oh, yeah.
Mike Evans. Josh, you own him. I have Jarvis Landry written down twice. So that would have been a good one.
Keenan Allen could be in there even.
Amari Cooper, maybe.
Yeah.
Sammy
Amari.
Watkins, Craig, and Isaac both owns him this year.
Yeah.
Alan Hearns and John Brown were the 2 surprises.
Wow. Yeah. Jesus. We're just going to have to trash this whole segment, I think.
All right.
You know, DeAndre Hopkins was kind of surprising even to me because I wouldn't have named him. So.
Evidently, me and Isaac are on drugs, and Craig and Josh are hammered. Nobody can fucking do anything.
Yeah. All right, final
Reservation.
final category of the game.
No, we still have 3 more categories.
Oh my God.
If you guys would just be good, it would go quicker. Okay, we have the top 11 running backs, because there's 2 guys tied for 10th. Top 11 running backs for just touchdowns. So top running backs, rushing touchdowns.
Okay. And I start off this
in
one?
the league. Isaac starts.
Okay. Give me a cue.
Go.
Okay. Devontae Freeman. Yeah.
Oh, nailed it.
Craig's up now.
Peterson.
Oh.
Child.
The child beater is correct.
It is correct, right?
Yes.
You got the ding.
I got the ding in there. Josh, you're up.
D'Angelo Williams.
D'Angelo Williams.
Is it got to be running backs?
Yes. Jesus Christ.
Do the running backs have to be running backs, though?
Okay, yes. By the way,
running quarterback.
Those
Is
3
it
were all
running back?
correct. And
Those-
all 3 of them were tied for first in the league in rushing touchdowns.
Wow. All right, cool.
All right.
So back to me. I'll go
8 left.
I'll go Jay Stu.
Jay Stu. Hold on. Gotta get my sounder.
No, what?
Isaac out early again.
God
you guys are
damn
fucking
it.
brutal. All right, Craig.
My boy Ivory.
Your boy Chris Ivory is good. I gotta quit doing the sounder because it takes 4 seconds every time. Good, Josh, you're up.
I'm going with my boy, Mark Ingram.
Mark Ingram. That is I don't see his name on here anywhere.
He wasn't in the league last year, Josh.
Josh is wrong. And what do you know?
Really not. Go do some research again.
He's got a point. I think he's got to be up there, right?
Hey, you guys, this is my game. So Ingram's wrong. Mark Ingram actually was 12th in the league with 6 rushing touchdowns this year.
Wow, only had
If
6
you remember, he only
rushing.
played half the year.
Todd Gurley. I meant Todd Gurley.
Oh, okay.
Hey, that's correct.
All right, I'll do top 11. Top 11 were, oh, by the way, Craig gets another fucking point.
Yeah.
Craig up.
Lamar
2-0-0.
Miller's up there. I already know.
All right, top 11. Devontae Freeman, Adrian Peterson, D'Angelo Williams, you guys named, all had 11. Jeremy Hill also had 11.
Damn it, that's another one of my guys.
The next 2 were Todd Gurley and then David Johnson, Lamar Miller, Ronnie Hillman. Ronnie Hillman with 7 touchdowns. Chris
Really?
Ivory, Carlos Williams.
Carlos Williams, the vulture of the year.
All right, Craig, if you win this category, you got it locked up.
Just Sproles aren't out yet. Sproles comes out. Did Sproles comes out yet?
What? Oh my God.
Oh, now we know.
Breaker. Hello.
Can we release a breaking news, like soundbite? Can we get something? Some sort of sound? that lets us
Can we
know?
get breaking receptions sound?
Spoiler alert, maybe? Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
What do you give the vulture of the year?
Oh, I meant nominee. Sorry. Stay tuned for the Sproles. It's coming up. Something.
Okay, next category. Craig, if you win this one, we take the whole game, the worst game ever.
It really is. This really is awful.
Top 10 QBs passing yards. Pretty simple.
Ooh. And how many are there? There's got to be a shit ton.
Do
Or
they
just
have
top
to
10?
be QBs?
They do not have to be QBs.
Okay, so it's just passing yards.
Yep.
Got it.
Craig, you start. Go.
Does it have to be top 10?
They do have to be in the top 10.
All right, my boy Bortles.
Bortles is good. Josh.
Ding.
5 seconds.
I'm going to go with Tom Brady.
Tom Brady's good. Isaac.
I'm going to go with Carson Palmer.
Carson Palmer's good. Craig.
Ding.
Fuck.
Fuck. Fuck is a no.
Fuck
I mean,
What?
let me think. Fuck.
Oh.
All right, Craig, you're up.
I got it. Cousins, is it?
Kirk Cousins is number 10.
Wow.
Craig's it.
Sneaked
That's good.
in there.
Josh.
Oh, Cam Newton?
Cam Newton's good. I think. Let me relook. No, he's not on here. Cam Newton's not on this website.
What the fuck? He's definitely on there.
How many passing yards did he have this year?
Top 10?
Yeah, do have a shit ton. Maybe.
Oh,
I mean,
no, Cam Newton, I found him.
Oh.
Cam Newton, number 16 in the league in passing yards.
Wow.
Jesus.
How about that?
Okay, Isaac.
I'm going to go with Big Ben Roethlisberger.
Big Ben is a fucking no for sure. He was out half the year.
Good, so we can bullet
Okay,
this segment.
Craig, you have to get one more to win it.
Tannehill.
Who?
Well, he already won it. Even if nobody gets any points, he wins because there's 2-0.
Craig
Yay.
Tannehill, you won. Yay. Fuck.
Big Ben was out for, I don't know, the season, I don't know, the season just wrapped up. And I already forgot that Big Ben was out for about 6 games.
Just in case,
I thought we were doing passing yards per game.
Okay, I'll go with the top 10 QBs. Drew Brees, number 1. Phillip Rivers, 2. You guys didn't get either of them. You got Brady's 3, Palmer 4, Matt Ryan 5, Eli 6, Blake Bortles 7, Matt Stafford 8, Tannehill 9, Cousins 10. And you guys fucking blow.
Wow.
Well, thanks for listening, guys.
Yeah.
And talking and kind of breaking up every now and again.
Final words?
None.
Case Keenum.
Well said. All right, cool. So
That does it for the worst segment in history.
that was awful. Let's go to break.
I don't really want to talk too much about the NFL draft, but more about
Our draft.
Our draft,
Yeah.
and kind of what we think might happen.
Yeah, it's interesting if we pull up what's the latest mock that anybody put up.
I'll get to it. I know that the draft order, the first.
It's all because there were some crazy ass trades that just happened in the last few weeks. I think Dart traded to get another pick in the top 5, so he's got 3 of the top 5 picks.
Yeah, he's got 1, 3, 5 right now.
So that's fantastic.
So first pick, Dart. I think it's a no-brainer. He's going to go Ezekiel Elliott. He fits his team for need. He's the best player in the draft, if you ask probably anybody. So it's no duh. He's going to take him.
Yeah, one of the least suspenseful years of the draft that I think we've ever had for the league. Ezekiel Elliott, far and away the top prospect.
Even last year, you would have thought it would have been Todd Gurley, but Josh pulled a Melvin Gordon out of nowhere. So
Yeah, Melvin Gordon, Todd Gurley. At least he got it right on one. So
I know that Dart is going to take him because I had a lot of trade talks about getting the first pick, and he already has him nicknamed Zeke.
Yep.
So once you nickname a player, you're taking him. Second pick is
this is where
Lost
the
Cause.
draft gets interesting.
Yeah, second pick, Lost Cause, and I know Nick's kind of struggling with what to do.
Word out of Lost Cause camp is he has no idea, and he's looking to finally hit on a draft pick. If you look at Nick's draft history, not the best.
No,
not at least early.
Not the best is being kind. I would say it's the worst in the league.
I mean, when you think about it, you think Tavon Austin first overall in 2012.
Yeah, he took Johnny in the top 5.
Yeah, third overall, I believe. Right.
Yeah.
T.J. Eldon last year
at 5.
Which we'll see about that.
We'll see, but right now it looks terrible.
Yep.
Next pick's Dart. Third pick.
Well, hold on. What do you think Nick should do it too?
Well, from what I understand, Schwefty and what is it? It's Schwefter and Shefty.
Yeah, Schwefter and Shefty. Yeah.
Schwefter and Shefty are getting word from the Lost Cause camp that they're really on Laquan Treadwell. Even if he slips in the NFL draft, it's kind of Nick's guy, and he's a receiver guy.
Hold on. Schwefter's getting a text now. He's saying that what if it's Derrick Henry at 2? Because that kid's, he had a hell of a combine. He's a physical freak.
He's a Heisman winner.
He's a Heisman winner. He's a running back in what's kind of I don't know what to think about this running back class. It's kind of
It
deep.
appears weak. Like there's not a lot of studs, but deep. Like there's a lot of second, third round guys.
That you'd get at like 13, 14. But I wonder if there's not a case of overdrafting. Maybe the aside from Ezekiel Elliott, the most physically gifted running back in the draft, and maybe Nick goes situation over talent.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, put this on paper. If Derrick Henry goes to a good situation, Nick will take him because he always drafts on situation. So are we locking in Derrick Henry as our number 2 pick?
I think so.
Okay.
Yep.
Number two is Derrick Henry. Number 3. Oh, by the way, Jake will be reading these picks because he's flying in from Tennessee to read the draft picks. Number 3 is Dart again. At this point, he's going to be forced to take Treadwell, I think.
Yeah.
He needs his receivers are so god awful.
Yeah, if we just look at him, I mean, I can name none. I can name none of his
Off the top
receivers.
of my head, I can name John Brown.
John Brown's a nice little guy.
So here's Dart's full team of receivers: Devontae Adams, John Brown, Ted Ginn Jr., and Golden Tate.
Well, yeah. So if you add Treadwell in there, it looks pretty good. So far, he's gotten Ezekiel Elliott and Treadwell, the top 2 at their positions. It's pretty good.
That'd be a good haul. And at this point, I have to point out that everyone says Carson Wentz is going to go number 2 overall.
Yeah.
And we haven't had him in our mock yet.
Not yet.
So.
Well, that happens with quarterbacks, though. Usually they fall a little bit. We'll see, especially if they get drafted by the fucking Browns.
Number 4. Who even has the 4th pick?
I think it's still Craig.
Yeah.
No. Craig traded it to you, didn't he?
Oh, to Gibby.
Oh, to Gibby.
For fucking Marcus Whedon.
That's right. Oh, my God.
Which had some foresight now that
Martavis is gone. So, bold move by Craig. Maybe it'll pay off.
If Derrick Henry's not there for Gibby at 4, he's going to be pretty upset. I know that. But
in this scenario, if Henry's gone...
he's going to go Wentz. He's a North Dakota guy.
Fuck, that is a good point.
Gibby will just be jizzing in his pants.
Yep.
He'll add Carson Wentz to... I mean, Cam Newton's a stud, but now that Megatron's gone with only having Matt Stafford and Andy Dalton...
Yeah, and Dalton's got that thumb.
He has 2 of them, actually.
But I was going to go a different route before you brought up Wentz, but it was also a homerish pick. If Doxson ends up with the Vikings, does Gibby go with...
I could see Gibby going that route, too.
Yeah, but I think it's Wentz all the way.
Yeah, he'll
and
wise
DSU
up.
guy. Yeah.
All right, 5 is going to be Dart.
Again. Does he get the top quarterback at the position? Go 1, 2, 3, quarterback, running back, receiver.
Well, if we're saying Wentz is gone, then no.
Yeah, that's true.
If I'm Dart, I think I'm going to go Doxson.
Doxson.
He needs receivers. We just read them.
Yeah, I already forgot him.
So,
and Doxson is a physical freak. Jumps out of the gymnasium, catches the ball with both hands.
I'm going to say that he reminds me of Allen Robinson, and they'll say that over and over all year as he becomes better. He's not the fastest guy, but he's fast enough. He can jump out of the building, and he wins jump balls. So he's pretty much an Allen Robinson clone.
Well, what's great is like whenever you hear a scout, like an NFL draft expert, talk about it, it's like the thing that they bring up, which it sounds like the dumbest thing in the world. He's like, well, he's the best receiver when the ball's in the air.
Yeah, that's a good. That's a good skill to have.
Fucking thing. Yeah.
Winning jump balls in the NFL is everything, but mostly I don't think Craig's going to go, Dart's going to go QB because he, for some reason, feels like they're good. Cousins, Ryan Fitzpatrick, and Tyrod Taylor.
Well, and, is it too high for Goff? I guess we'll have to see where Goff goes.
That's going to be a big thing. He might go Goff, but that won't be a pick.
You get Goff at, like, Chip Kelly's system.
Then maybe.
Yeah.
Well, that goes to number 6. I think Josh still has the pick, as far as I know.
Yeah, I think so.
So if it is Josh, which probably is because we don't do any research before this stuff.
Nope.
Josh, I think, would go Jared Goff. He's got Breeze on his way out. Alex Smith sucks. I mean, he's got Andrew Luck, but he doesn't really need help at running back. He definitely doesn't need help at receiver.
Right.
He's got Greg Olsen at tight end.
And Goff might be the best player available at this point.
And Josh is definitely a BPA guy.
Yep.
But I wish I would have looked more because maybe Josh has a guy. Josh kind of drafts his boys.
Josh does do that. That's why I believe in this mock I have him taking Tyler Boyd out of the fucking blue.
Yeah, I was thinking like Hunter Henry would be kind of a Josh guy.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Number 7, I don't have that pick anymore. Who did I trade it to?
I
genuinely can't remember. I think I traded it to Craig.
No. Aaron? Did Aaron trade for the number 7?
No, he traded the 7 away for Victor Cruz. Maybe that's what you're
that's right. I forgot about that.
Fuck it, we don't know who has number 7.
Well, anyway, 7, I think it should be Corey Coleman. That kid's a freak.
That would make me really sad.
Yeah.
He's without a doubt my boy. He has been for a while.
I think he's got to be the 3rd receiver off the board, maybe even 2nd. Who knows? But I think he just ran like a 4.37. He's got all the athleticism in the world. He gets open. He can run after the catch. Yeah,
I mean, say your biggest thing.
Well, I haven't done enough film study to see if he catches the ball with both hands and gets both feet in bounds. That'll come. Schwefter's getting a text now. Oh no, never mind.
Oh, okay.
My alarm.
I know what he does do is he makes people look stupid in the open field, which is like my favorite thing to watch. So he's very Stephon Diggs-esque, the way he can cut and stuff, start and stop. Number 8, I'm guessing Josh still has the pick. At this point, Josh's team is fucking loaded at every position, so this would be his pick where he takes his boy.
Yeah, his flyer.
Yeah, whoever that might be. I could see him taking a guy like Will Fuller, just based on sheer speed.
Yeah.
Give it a shot, but I really think he'd go Hunter Henry. Bolster tight end. Greg Olson's kind of older. I mean, 32 at least.
Yeah, so Hunter Henry, I could see that. Big white kid, etc.
And here's where talking about the draft gets fun because I'm at number 9. I mean, God knows I won't have the pick in a month or in 3 months because the season just ended.
Or even when this podcast ends.
But, fuck, I don't even know who I'd take at this point. My boys, I like Coleman. I like Henry.
I mean, you got names out there. I know you're a big Kenneth Dixon guy. I mean, or have you cooled on Dixon?
No, I like Dix in my butt. And I like Kenneth Dixon, but my favorite running back other than the top 2 is CJ Prosise.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know, he's huge, he's fast, he's used to be a receiver, so he's David Johnson. So, I mean, I could give that another run.
It's a dynamite comparison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then number 10
is D-Towns.
It's Dalton. He's got 10 and 11, so he can kind of be more liberal.
A lot
with
of
his pick.
flexibility. Yeah.
So, I think what Dalton would do is fuck off, and nobody really cares who he's going to take because he keeps winning the league. But at this point,
his running backs, if his running backs are looking a little thin with Arian Foster being cut, Justin Forsett, I know he's actively trying to move him. Forsett's over 30. Charles is an injury liability. And here, a running back might be the best player available, and Jordan Howard would be, out of Indiana. He's 5'11".
Huge-ass guy?
Yeah,
right?
230.
Yeah.
Just a bowling ball. I mean, if you get him in the right situation, he could be
bowling ball.
Yeah,
he's a human. Yeah. Dalton, don't draft a bowling ball.
please draft a bowling ball. But I could see him having kind of a Carlos Williams type season where Jordan Howard comes in there and just gets the goal line carries somewhere. I don't know if he's going to shoot out right out of the gate and be like a.
There's a lot of guys in the 10th pick that could be in there. You got like the Michael Thomas, Tyler Boyd, all the receivers. Someone will slip into the first round. Will Fuller.
Yeah.
I know Dalton likes fast guys.
He does.
Is Will Fuller? He's from Notre Dame.
Yep.
Maybe there's some. So there's got to be some guy from Miami that's coming out.
I know. I was just thinking. I don't think so.
There probably isn't.
But also you got. It's a pretty good group of tight ends this year too. They're all tall, white, fast guys. You said Hunter Henry. I know there's Nick Vannett from Ohio State is another big guy.
Did you say white guys?
Yeah.
Okay, not going to take any of those guys.
Okay, yeah, that's a good point.
But
all right, so that's that. So just to recap, we got Ezekiel Elliott number 1. We had
Hunter Henry 2.
Hunter Henry number 2.
I mean, not Hunter Henry. Derrick Henry. Henry. Anyway.
Derrick Henry number 2.
Treadwell 3.
Nick. Treadwell 3 to Dart.
4 is Wentz to Gibby.
Gibby
on a homer pick. 5 Doxson to Dart, just BPA. 6 Josh, we think, taking Jared Goff, bolstering the QBs. 7 Corey Coleman. He's probably the BPA at this point. Going to whoever has 7 because we still don't know. 8 Josh taking Hunter Henry or Derrick Henry or Hunter
Hayes. Yeah.
9 Prosise to me. It's pretty well known that I like him and I need running backs. And 10 we concluded that Dalton, we don't really care about your team.
Fuck off, Dalton.
All right, that wraps it up for the NFL draft, or I guess our league's draft segment. Jake, when you listen to this, which I hope you do, we're excited you're coming.
Yeah.
We're so excited that I'm coming right now.
It's a revolution.
Man, I can't wait for the party tonight. What are you gonna drink?
I want a beer that's like pretty good on quality and really low on price. Welcome to the liquor store. May I suggest Albert's Ale?
I'm not sure.
Maybe we could help.
Whoa! It's Doobie-Doo and Shaky, our favorite blatantly ripped-off mystery-solving spokes cartoons for Bob's Beer!
That's right. We came to solve that mystery of what beer delivers pretty good quality
without being too rough
on the wallet.
Wow! Well, geez there, dudes. They were gonna buy Albert's Ale. Bob's beer is cheaper and doesn't taste like dirty bathwater.
And nothing is better for washing down a doobie snack than a crisp, refreshing, highly alcoholic Bob's beer.
Now let's see who this clerk really is.
Boinks! Wyatt's old man Kleinstein!
Wait, who?
The chief rival of Bob's Beer and evil brewer of Albert's Ale, trying to control the market by pushing his dirty bathwater brand of beer on the public to get back at Bob for impregnating his cousin on the night of their senior prom 40 years ago to the day.
I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling kids. Bob's Beer.
It's all right. It's pretty good. May lead to alcoholism, depression, and suicide.
This segment is brought to you by Samsung.
Turn up the death!
That was a great Samsung commercial. We're just going to go, I think, team by team.
Since we got you on the phone, Josh, let's start off with your team. For quarterbacks, of course, Josh has Drew Brees, Brian Hoyer. Brian Hoyer's probably dead. Andrew Luck, who needs to come back. Alex Smith, still in Kansas City. For running backs, he's got Todd Gurley, Marshawn Lynch, dead. Doug Martin, DeMarco Murray. For receivers, Keenan Allen, Doug Baldwin, Victor Cruz, Mike Evans, Josh Gordon, T.Y. Hilton, Brandon Marshall, and then his tight end, Greg Olsen. And then on the developmental roster, he's got Trey Mason, Jamison Crowder, and something called DeAndre Smelter.
I think, Josh, you should be the most excited of anybody in the league to be able to just cut your taxi squad. Just get rid of the cancer. It's pathetic.
I did just start cutting people. I just started cutting them all. Because I have enough roster spots just to get my 3 incoming rookies, and that's good. When the roster drops down to 22 players, I have no problem cutting some more. Well, like, I could probably cut Marshawn Lynch because he's retired.
There is that.
I could probably cut Cruz because he had a catastrophic Achilles injury, and he'll never play again. But
The patellar tendon.
To see if Aaron needs him back. Which is funny because Aaron contacted me this offseason and said, do you have any wide receivers? So, of course, I said
Well,
of course I said I have Cruz. So my team, the thing about it is, like, I really felt like I should have maybe won the league last year, and it didn't work out. But I'm looking at my roster and looking at what moves they can make, and I just don't see where I can improve, really. Like, I just need my players to just do better, but
well said.
like, who would I add? I look at wide receivers. I really feel like I have the deepest wide receivers in the league.
Yeah, they're pretty damn good. I mean, Doug Baldwin had a hell of a last 6 games or so. You got what I think is the most interesting part about your roster is Josh Gordon. I mean,
I
see
agree.
what he does. Anything that he does is a perk at this point.
Make or break my season. I mean, if he comes back at his levels before he got suspended, obviously, then I got a hell of a steal for a second round pick for him.
Yeah, and I remember Nick was pumped about that when he did land that trade. The thing that's going to hold you back from the only thing that's going to hold you back is you don't have that top-notch receiver. What you have is a bunch of guys that are going to finish 7 through 20. Because right now your top scorer was Brandon Marshall, and that's not a championship level wide receiver. So I know we had a lot of talks about Julio in the past and trying to land him. So, but I mean, you do get Keenan Allen back, you might get Josh Gordon added to your roster, so you're okay there. But you got to get the top guy.
I feel like I have like 4 number 2 wide receivers on my team, and then like a number 3 wide receiver. Nobody that's really gonna light it up every week, but I don't know. I
solid across the board.
DeMarco Murray going to the Titans really probably made me have a really boring off season because I was going to probably have to try to make a move at running back because, I mean, it was just really, really light. But now I'm pretty sure I can just probably draft a running back and call myself good.
Well, and you got Doug Martin re-signed with the Bucks, so that was huge.
Yeah, free agency was very good to you.
Yeah, I agree. I think Doug Martin going back there was probably the best spot for him. I mean, if he would have had to restart somewhere, other than taking a huge pay cut to go play for the Patriots or something, but maybe that was going to happen. So I don't know. I got pretty lucky free agency. I was really hoping Drew Brees would the Saints would cut him because he has a $40 billion cap hit.
But no, they
re-signed
re-signed
the
him.
Rams, but that didn't happen.
They actually gave him a big ass deal.
So you're predicting yourself to win it, from the sounds of it, correct?
I think I pick myself to win it every year.
Well, you know who else does is me, and it hasn't really worked out too well.
Well, that's a good segue, T. Let's go over your team. You got Tommy Brady at quarterback, along with Case Keenum, Marcus Mariota, Big Ben Roethlisberger, Geno Smith. Running backs, Melvin Gordon, the Phenom, David Johnson, Dion Lewis, Ryan Matthews. Receivers, Julian Edelman, Dorial Green-Beckham, Jordy Nelson, Demaryius Thomas, Kevin White. Tight ends, Antonio Gates and Jimmy Graham. And then down on the DR, David Cobb, Will Tye, and Clive Warford.
I can let you guys talk more about it. My opinion is a lot like Josh. I think my team's the best in the league.
Yep.
I'll call Josh back. But I think my team's the best team in the league. I have the best 2 QBs, I think. Starting in Tom Brady and Big Ben, top 5 potential. I got David Johnson, top 5 potential running back. I got Jordy Nelson.
Wait, hold on. Pause. So you're not worried about Chris Johnson coming back to Arizona?
No. I don't know that anybody was.
No.
You're going to have to call Josh. My phone's shitting out because I have an iPhone 4 from 1977.
All right, I'll give call up.
I can continue talking about my own team, though.
Yeah.
I got great top-notch players. My depth's a little lacking at running back.
Especially at running back, yeah.
Receivers-wise, I'm pretty set up with Edelman as my number 3.
I'm pretty intrigued by your receivers. Dorial Green-Beckham.
Please leave your name.
Okay. Guess nothing with Josh is out. I guess Dorial Green-Beckham, you must be pretty high on him. You went out and got him this offseason. And you got the Mariota connection. Mariota, when he was healthy last year, looked like he belonged in the league.
Oh yeah, he's pretty good. And Dorial had moments where he showed Dorial, we're on first name basis, where he showed off like he can be a stud, but he just is inconsistent, I guess, at this point. But I don't know. He was the number 1 recruit in the nation coming out of high school, and that stuff always intrigues me. But I think my team, what it has is I'm good now, and I'll be good for a while. But I figured out who I'd traded the 7th pick to. Now it was Nick for Dorial.
Oh yeah, okay,
yeah.
So there's that. Kevin White, also very interesting player that you have. We'll see. He's basically he's a rookie. So
I'd predict myself to win it when I do my prediction segment later in the write-up, but I do think I'll be pushing to make the money regardless. I just have too many good players to not make a run at it.
Yeah, and again, maybe underrated is Ryan Matthews being the only running back in Philly now that DeMarco's out of town.
Yeah, that was kind of huge.
Yeah.
I got him 2 days before they traded DeMarco from Craig, so that was sweet.
Yeah, so we'll move on to Craig's team here. Quarterback, he's got Blake Bortles, RG3, the new Browns quarterback, Brock Osweiler, the new Texans quarterback.
What's up, Josh?
And Carson Palmer.
I'm back. I kind of just had to leave because hearing Pete talk about his team win again bored the shit out of me.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It bored the shit out of me, too.
Moving on Craig's team, we got Chris Ivory at running back. He's the new signee in Jacksonville. He's got Latavius Murray, Tommy Rawls, Jay Stewart. Receivers, he's got Eric Decker, A.J. Green, James Jones, Julio Jones, Brashad Perriman, Sammy Watkins. And at tight end, he's got Martellus Bennett, the new Patriots guy. And he's got Ladarius Green. He's got Ladarius Green, the new Steelers tight end, which is interesting. For the DR, he's got Carlos Williams, Ty Montgomery, Willie Snead, Marcus Wheaton, and Richard Rodgers, old Dick Rodgers.
There's something, Josh, what is it with Craig that every trade he makes his team worse, but somehow his team is getting better.
Yeah, I know. You look at his roster, and whenever you look at the trade that he makes, like one-on-one in a micro level, he lost the trade every single time. But then when you look at it at a meta spot, his team looks great. How does it work?
I don't know. He went from last
Native
place,
magic.
from last into now he took 4th this year, and his team looks good. He added Julio Jones for me, and we'll see what he does. Because this is not going to be his roster come the start of the season.
No, Jesus. You look at those receivers, A.J. Green, Julio Jones, Sammy Watkins. Fuck.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. And, well, you can't forget about Marcus Wheaton.
Yeah, no, you can't forget about it.
He just added. Well, he was really, really weak at wide receiver, so you can understand why he looked to add Marcus Wheaton for a first-round pick.
Top 5 pick. Even.
A top 5 pick, you could see where he needed to, because he didn't have fourth. Did they show Julian Edelman too?
No, I snatched up Edelman in that Julio trade, but he's got Sammy Watkins as number 3, which is retarded. But I think Craig's team will push to make the money again. Really, our league's pretty even-keeled. The only 2 teams that won't push to make the money is Nick and Dart. And then the rest of them, and maybe Haig, but the rest of them should be pretty well off.
Yeah, we'll see. Tommy Rawls, interesting to see what he does in Seattle when he's healthy again. Yada, yada. Nice little piece that he got there. Anyway, moving on to Haig's team.
Do we have to do Haig's team?
We have to do everybody's team. Quarterbacks Jay Cutler, Blaine Gabbert. Oh, my God. Okay, maybe we'll move on. Aaron Rodgers, running backs C.J. Anderson, Ronnie Hillman, Carlos Hyde, Matt Jones, LaShawn McCoy, Charles Sims, Charkandrick West. Receivers Kamar Aiken, Des Bryant, Randy Cobb, Jarvis Landry, Jeremy Maclin, tight end Eric Ebron. For the DR, Brett Hundley, Rod Smith. Who the fuck is Rod Smith?
I don't know how he's got Rod Smith on his team.
Didn't Rod Smith retire like a decade ago? Lorenzo Taliaferro, Philip Dorsett, Josh Huff, and Josh Hill.
His team's actually pretty good. I didn't realize how good it was. His QB, Rodgers and Cutler's very doable. Shady, Carlos Hyde, Matt Jones is okay at running back. It's not the worst in the league. And then he's got Dez, Landry, Cobb, and Maclin.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's not bad. He's got, of course, he's got the first overall pick.
Why does Haig sell out his picks every season the second that he can? He doesn't even wait to see what the value is at. I got picks, I'm trading them.
Yeah, he's got to make a move. He's got to make a move right away.
I know that Nick said over and over that he thinks Haig is the worst owner in our league, bar none. And he might be right. Haig probably is.
For sure. It's definitely Haig. But I feel like he just doesn't care enough.
Wow.
I think he makes all of his trade when he doesn't have any chew in, so he's kind of like he just gets on a couple hours, and so as soon as he can get a dip in again, he realizes his mistakes, but it's just too late.
I think he embraces the role of being the worst too. I think there's just something about it. I can see Haig doing a stupid giggle every time we make fun of him.
Yeah. He will never listen to this podcast, right?
No, he won't.
No chance.
Actually, he said that he listens to all of them, which is weird.
Jesus. Rod Smith is 6'3", 226 pounds out of Ohio State.
2 years ago.
Yeah, he's 24 years old. It looks like he was with the Seahawks at one point in time before signing with the Cowboys. So Rod Smith, maybe this year's Charkandrick West. Moving on.
He could be.
Moving on to the
play for the Broncos.
The two-time defending champion Dalton, quarterbacks Colin Kaepernick, Eli Manning, Russell Wilson, running backs Jamal Charles, Justin Forsett, Matt Forte, Arian Foster, Devontae Freeman, and Jeremy Langford. Receivers Odell Beckham Jr., Deshaun Jackson, Alshon Jeffrey, Emmanuel Sanders, the tight end Rob Gronkowski. And then on the taxi squad, Jimmy Garoppolo, Duke Johnson, Devontae Parker, and Devin Smith.
Jesus, his team's good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Dalton's missing, I think, 2 things. He's missing a second QB.
Yep.
Because Eli's not getting it done. And Colin Kaepernick surely isn't getting it done.
We'll see where Colin goes.
I guess he could.
Yeah. What was big for him is Matt Forte leaving and going to a great situation in the Jets and opening up a door for Jeremy Langford. So the rich get richer.
Okay, but I I have a question for you though. Is the Jets? I mean, it's not better than what the Bears were.
Well,
no, it's not. I personally think Forte is just done. He'll do the D'Angelo Williams. Maybe he'll have some good games if there's injuries to other guys, but I don't think he's there to be a bell cow at 31 years old.
I think he'll have catches and yards, maybe get 1,000 all-purpose, 8 touchdowns or so. I could see that happening.
Yeah, maybe, but I don't know. If you look at the Jets, they basically split it up. They had their first and second down guy, and then they had their third down guy.
Hold on. Who's the other running back on the Jets roster right now?
They used Bilal Powell a lot last year.
Is it Bilal?
They used Bilal Powell a lot, and they haven't signed Fitzpatrick yet, have they?
No,
so
they don't have Geno.
Geno Smith, possibly.
Yeah, he's a beast. Of course they have Geno Smith.
That guy can take a punch.
Yep. They've been sandbagging with him.
Not really.
No, he really couldn't. The thing that sets Dalton's team apart easily is that he has Gronk.
Yep.
I mean, Gronk, I was talking to Dalton about this in Miami. Other than any QB, a top 5 QB, Gronk's the most valuable player in Dynasty for me, hands down. He scores as much as...
He's so far ahead of the second best tight end.
Wait, Josh, who'd you get for him?
Trey Mason.
Wow, nice job.
Good trade. I'm just looking. I mean, he's got Russell Wilson, who gets tons of points with running and throwing. He's got Devontae Freeman, who racked up points on ridiculous. Odell Beckham Jr., always getting a lot of points. And Gronk, he could have the top scoring at each position in the league, at least top 3.
Well, we all could, but...
Yeah, well,
if you
yeah.
look at his season last year, when Russell Wilson was shitty, Devontae Freeman was putting up 40 points a game.
Yeah.
And when Devontae Freeman slowed down, Russell Wilson put up 40 points a game. It's like
It's sickening.
everybody knew, somehow in this fantasy world, to pick it up when other guys were coming down. It was just kind of beautiful to watch.
There was
really.
Sign of a great team. Next man up.
There was a week when nobody did anything for him, and then Jeremy Langford fucking carried him to winning the week.
Yep.
Yeah,
So-
I believe you're talking about week 9 or 10 when he had 22 and then 30, and then he went on to maybe get 30 total for the remainder of the season.
There was at some point this year that everyone in the NFL decided Dalton's winning that fantasy league, no matter what.
Yep.
So
Well, he's got to do the
and
champion.
that was because Craig traded him everyone.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
So,
I think everybody wants to see Dalton struggle to do another Champions Chug, so that's probably...
there's one beautiful thing though about Dalton. Well, two beautiful things about Dalton winning the league in a terrible way. One is his trash talk, because it's just fucking brutal, and then second is when he renames the team that takes last.
You know what? The first year that we added that rule, it was so great because we got the cum guzzling Schwitters.
Yep, it was fantastic.
And now it's 2 years in a row. It's just gonna be dumb. It's gonna be like the farty poops.
Yeah, by the way, Craig hasn't changed his name from Boobies Bitches.
He won't.
Why would he? It's better than what he had.
It's true.
Drum roll, please.
Dalton told me that when we were making fun of him for what his name choices for Hague's team was going to be, he's like, I can't lie. That actually did cross a few of my potential names off my own list.
Well, speaking of horrible-ass names, we got Gibby's team. Oh, have Percy.
Congratulations on being a dad, Gibby.
Yeah,
Sounds awesome.
apparently. Quarterbacks, Andy Dalton, Cam Newton, Matt Stafford. Running backs, Alfred Blue, Rashad Jennings, Darren McFadden, Alfred Morris, Stephen Ridley, Shane Vereen. Receivers, Danny Amendola, Antonio Brown, Alan Hearns, Steve Smith, Sr., Torrey Smith, Kendall Wright, tight end Jordan Reed. Then on the taxi squad, Theo Riddick, Zach Zenner, Sammy Coates, Jalen Strong, and Robert Woods.
He took second place.
Yeah.
How in the fuck? I just counted. He has 7 guys on his team that he could cut, and nobody would pick him up.
Alfred Blue, Rashad Jennings,
Stephen
Ridley.
Vereen.
Well, yeah.
Amendola. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Zenner. I wonder, Sammy Coates is kind of interesting now, going on with the Martavis Bryant thing. Yeah, that's going to be interesting to see there. Otherwise, I don't know. I don't really know what to do. He got Alan Hearns, who continues to just defy everybody's expectations.
Marquise Lee's going to outscore him. I'm calling it.
Well, that's bold.
I've been thinking this was going to happen to Gibby for a long time, that his team's going to fall off, and maybe this is the year. I don't know. But he's got 5 first-round picks next year, so who really gives a shit?
Yeah, Jesus. And, of course, Antonio Brown, basically him and Cam Newton keeping his team afloat.
Josh, how long do you think till Gibby decides he's done with the league now that he has a new baby?
Well, he might not make the draft, I would imagine, so he might just be voted out.
Do you think that happens first, or he quits before then? It's a month.
I think he's a kind of a bitch. Like, if you actually paid out winnings, like, he'd probably quit. But he's probably still waiting for his winnings, so.
I'm not kidding. He really is. I haven't paid him yet.
God. It's just, all integrity in this league. It's all about the integrity.
I'm the worst commissioner ever.
I think I just paid for my upcoming.
$100 just a fee to join the league, and without any potential for any winnings, everyone pays $100, and you got more than $100 entertainment.
A user fee. Yeah, that's right. Well, we're gonna move on to my team. Quarterbacks.
Are we?
Yeah, quarterbacks Teddy Bridgewater, Phillip Rivers, Tony Romo, Jameis Winston. Running backs Buck Allen, Tevin Coleman, Isaiah Crowell, Jeremy Hill, Lamar Miller. Receivers Nelson Aguilar, Stephon Diggs, Michael Floyd, DeAndre Hopkins, Marvin Jones, Jordan Matthews, and tight end Tyler Eifert. I don't have a taxi squad. I cut them all.
That's well done.
I don't know. I really like my group of quarterbacks. Got the youth there with Jameis and Teddy. We got the old farts and Phillip Rivers and Tony Romo. Running backs very thin. I love Lamar Miller going to Houston, and Jeremy Hill, I really need him to have a bounce-back year. Isaiah Crowell, I really need him to have like Hugh Jackson work his magic, Hugh Jackson work his magic in Cleveland. Tevin Coleman, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's in my bold predictions where Tevin Coleman overtakes the job from Devontae Freeman. We'll see. Probably not. Buck Allen, meh. Aguilar, supremely disappointing. Stephon Diggs came out like a lion, went out like a lamb. Michael Floyd is nice. DeAndre Hopkins, obviously, really good. Marvin Jones in Detroit, probably going to underwhelm. Jordan Matthews, need him to have a bounce-back year. Tyler Eifert is good.
Correction, Stephon Diggs, you said he came out like a lion. He came out like a fisher.
Ooh.
Can I ask you, just bring up a point here in that, like the previous few years, wide receivers fucking were destroying it right out of the gate as rookies. And you look at last year's rookie class, and it was just pure shit.
Yeah, Stephon Diggs was the second best rookie receiver last year.
Yeah, and that's
statistically
just shit.
Yeah, it was disappointing.
So I'm wondering, I guess my point is that do you think we're going to see something in the draft this year where people maybe take running backs? Because we went through the game, and we saw that, like, 700 yards is a top 10 running back now, somehow.
Wait, are you talking about the movie? The game again?
Yeah, yep, in the game. No, the game. You know, the game. Anyways, point being that do you think that we're going to see more quarterbacks and running backs in the top 10 than we've seen? We've seen a lot of wide receivers go. Do you think that's going to slow up this year?
I don't know. I mean, that could go both ways. Running backs being kind of shit and non-existent now, but that actually boosts their demand even more because you want to get the one running back that's going to actually get the ball and get yards.
I feel like it used to be you can find a running back in free agency that can do enough to help you, but I don't think you can anymore.
No,
like, there wasn't really that guy this year. I mean, Devontae Freeman,
Thomas Rawls was good
for a while, but it's hard to find a running back. So yeah, I think running backs they'll be like 4 or 5 of the top 10 this year, and they shouldn't be.
Right.
In our draft.
Yeah. I see people reaching for sure. And I was looking at, like, if you look at the running backs that filled in, it was all based on injury. It wasn't like some guy won in training camp. It was just that the incumbent starter got injured, and that's why they moved in the spot.
Like the Chiefs guys.
Yeah, all the Chiefs guys. Yeah, Charkandrick West and the other
Spencer
dude,
Ware.
Spencer Ware.
Josh, didn't you roster Spencer Ware for a while?
I might have even started him.
Oh, God.
Well, should we move on to Nick's team?
I have a question for you, Josh, quick. Did you fall asleep the same amount of time I did when Isaac talked about his team?
Did we cover Isaac's team?
He's kind of blacked out.
We tried not to.
Yeah. Well, you guys weren't talking. Somebody had to talk about my team. It's okay. It's an okay team. Right?
Yeah, that's a pretty well described. So that's a good description. There we go of your team. Okay.
All right. Moving on to Nick's team.
Here's the one thing I want to say about Nick's team.
Okay.
Nick is my insurance salesman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
That's it.
Okay.
He's my insurance salesman.
Well, your insurance salesman has Sam Bradford, Nick Foles, and Ryan Tannehill at quarterback. He's got running back. He's got Jay Ajayi, Giovanni Bernard, Mark Ingram, T.J. Yeldon. Running backs, he got his boy Tavon Austin back. He's got Martavis Bryant, who's suspended. Brandon Cooks, Devin Funchess, Dante Moncrief, Allen Robinson, the big hitter there. Zach Ertz at tight end, and Austin Seferian-Jenkins. Then down on the DR, he's got Mike Glennon, Christine Michael, and Chris Conley.
I think so. From what I can see, Nick has 4 running backs on his roster. 3 of them are backups for their own team. So that's a good start. Tavon Austin was his number 3 receiver this year. So that's when you know your team's good. And he has Nick Foles on his fucking team. Nick's taking last next year, right?
Do you remember when he could have got a first-round pick plus for Sam Bradford, but he was like holding out for he wanted to get basically Andrew Luck for him?
He asked me for 2 ones.
Yeah. What do you think he would take for him now?
He is a franchise quarterback. He just signed a $13 million a year deal in Philly.
Yeah, but that doesn't answer Josh's question.
Oh, what did he say?
What would Nick take for him now? I bet you he'd take a teens pick.
Do you think he would take a referral?
Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, I would take some money over Sam Bradford. Nick's team has one bright spot.
A-Rob.
Allen Robinson. There's really, I think Moncrief is a number 30 type receiver. Funchess sucks. Brandon Cooks is
He's nice.
okay, but he only can do a certain amount of, he can go deep really well.
Losing Martavis is huge, for Nick getting last place this year.
Yeah. What were you going to say, Josh?
I just want to know, do you really miss Allen Robinson? He was your guy.
He's still my boy.
He's not. You traded him to Nick's team.
No, it's like let's say our parents.
It's like an illegitimate child that you still want to succeed.
Yeah, it's like what our parents had to do with us. Dad had me living with him as a child and just let me leave when I was 16 because I'd be happier that way. And it turns out I was, and I had a much better life. So Allen Robinson's me, I'm Dad, and that's a sad sentence for me. What?
You did the best thing for him.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about when you're talking with your boys. You got to do what's best for them.
I'm confused and depressed.
The only thing is that Dad traded you to Hank's team and not Nick's.
He's got a point there. All right, should we move on to Dart's team?
Yeah.
Quarterbacks Kirk Cousins, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Tyrod Taylor. Running backs Andre Ellington, Cheeseburger Eddie Lacy, C.J. Spiller, Danny Woodhead. Receivers Devontae Adams, John Brown, Ted Ginn Jr., Golden Tate. He's got 3 tight ends, Julius Thomas, Delaney Walker, and Ben Watson. Then on the DR, he's got Garrett Grayson, E.J. Manuel, Bishop Sankey, Cody Latimer, Tyler Lockett's nice, and something Jeff. What do you think about that?
Dart, I swear to God, has 2 players on his whole roster that I would want on my team. That's it.
One's Tyler Lockett.
Does he have a lot of draft picks?
Yeah, he's got 135 this year.
It's going to help him out a lot.
Yeah, his team, man, maybe Nick won't take last.
I don't know. Yeah, Dart's quarterbacks, I mean, they were good last year, so we can only assume.
They'll be great this year.
And he really lucked out. Holy shit, they all had very good seasons. Kirk Cousins, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Tyrod Taylor.
I think all 3 of them were top 10. Well,
yeah.
Right now, Ryan Fitzpatrick is a free agent. Tyrod Taylor clearly isn't going to start again.
We'll see.
I mean, come on. There's no way they don't draft somebody, do something.
He was good as shit last year.
Not by the end of the year, he sucks.
Kirk Cousins was finishing the year really, really well. Yes, there's.
But the bottom the bottom three next year are going to be Dart, Nick, and Hag, and who knows? They'll battle it out.
Yeah.
But now their teams are just terrible.
I could be in the running. All right, and finally, the last team is Aaron's team. He's got quarterbacks Derek Carr, Joe Flacco, Matt Ryan. Running backs Amir Amendola, Le'Veon Bell, Frank Gore, Jerick McKinnon, Adrian Peterson. Receivers Kelvin Benjamin, Amari Cooper, Michael Crabtree, Larry Fitzgerald. Tight ends Gary Barnidge, Travis Kelce, and Max Williams. Then on the taxi squad, Andre Williams is down there, and Justin Hardy. Yeah, thought it said Handy.
Your thoughts, Yosh?
My thoughts are, after going through all of these rosters, can we possibly have one owner against going down to 22 players?
Well, I think the vote's actually going to be going down to 20 players, and we should go down to 16.
You just named 4 guys on Aaron's team. I don't even know who they are. And I think he took 5th last year, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did all right. Yeah.
So Aaron's team, I don't know. I feel like the bottom's gonna fall out big time. Calvin Johnson knew to get out while the kid was good. He could see that he was going to get Barry Sanders. He was going to stick on his team for another 3 years and see it just barely scrape by, never make a big move. I mean, I think Aaron really fucked himself over pretty hard trading for Victor Cruz.
Well, in the same, I think it was a week, he traded for Victor Cruz and traded away Gronk.
Yeah.
So,
yep. Because everyone, I read an article that said Kelsey was going to be just as good as Gronk. I'm pretty sure Nick McElhone gave me that article.
He sent you the link?
Yeah, I think so. So that was I don't know, I think hopefully maybe some of our league mates will see that in a dynasty league you can't really always follow the hype. You'd rather just have Rob Gronkowski over Trey Mason over Travis Kelce.
Right, exactly. I don't know. I'm looking at Aaron's roster and I see Derek Carr. His quarterbacks are very good. Derek Carr, Joe Flacco, Matt Ryan, but he's got Le'Veon Bell, Adrian Peterson. If Le'Veon stays healthy, he could have 2 of the top. I mean, it's could, but I mean, those are 2 very good pieces. He's got Amari Cooper, Kelvin Benjamin, 2 really nice young receivers. Crabtree's a number 2. Fitzy's old as fuck. So he could use another receiver or 2, but I mean, he's got pieces.
His team going into next year, basically, he loses Calvin Johnson off what his roster was, but he adds Kelvin Benjamin back and added Le'Veon Bell. So he'll be okay. He's not going to take bottom 3, luckily, because the bottom 3 are set in stone.
Yeah.
I wonder if we all, the rest of the teams in the league, just had to not start our best. If we all had to start the worst roster players we have, worst active roster, I think we still probably wouldn't take bottom 3.
Well, all right. So with that being said, we'll round off the segment. Who gives a shit about who wins the league next year? Because that's too hard. Who takes the basement prize in that tight race?
I'm going Nick McElhone, no problem, without a doubt. Nick's got it.
With a bullet? I got to agree with you. I think Dart's actually got more depth than Nick.
Do you know what it is? You know what settled it for me? Is T said that he had Nick Foles on his team.
He's just number 3 QB. I'm also going to pick Nick, so it's a lock 3 for 3, and here's the reason why. I told him I was going to pick up Case Keenum, and he said, damn, I wish I could pick him up.
Well, there you go.
That locks up that he knows his team's the worst team in the league.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
That probably settles it. How's he looking for the draft, though?
He's got the 2nd overall pick and
7.
And 7.
So.
Yeah, he's I don't know. I think he could probably do something. This is the thing. This doesn't seem like a great year to have draft picks. I don't think anyone's excited.
Right.
Except for Dart with the first pick. After Elliott, no, there's nothing.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
I think Nick has been trying to trade back from that too for this entire time because he knows that Goff or Wentz is not better than Sam Bradford. So.
Right.
Any closing thoughts, Josh?
I'm pretty excited for the draft just to get together. This season was pretty fun. It was disappointing to take third. I really thought I would do better than that. I really thought I'd have $100, but I guess I don't. So, other than that, always just looking forward to the draft, getting together, having a few beers, fucking up some bad draft picks, seeing who can redraft a guy who's already been picked, and look forward to the next season.
Fantastic. All right, thanks for joining us, Josh.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys.
All right,
Cool.
But Isaac, your closing thoughts.
I don't know, reciprocate the same things that Josh said. Excited for the draft, not even really for the players at all. Like you said, this is a very blah draft.
Yeah, it's bland.
I was looking at you think some of the running backs, their names are just so fucking boring. Alex Collins, Kenneth Dixon.
Yeah, but you don't have to worry about that because Aaron will be around, so their names will be entertaining.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. The only thing that I'm hoping for next year that was different than this year is that there's not like a Dalton, like a runaway champ by week 12.
Right.
Because
right.
they got to be like, there's nothing really to play for everybody else besides going for second or who's not going to take last. And
some more parity. At least in the middle of the league, there's a lot of teams that are very close to each other.
I just want to see a championship run come down to at least week 15, hopefully week 16 too. And I'm excited for the 20-man roster thing to add some more depth in the free agency and give people more options.
Vote yes on Proposition 228.
The party's over.
I just figured I might as well look the part.
The part of what?
Just a normal, regular teacher. No hopes or dreams. Absolutely nothing. Just waiting to die. Just like you guys.
And tomorrow starts the same old thing again.
Is Craig still there? Craig, are you still there?
Craig's here, yeah. I'm just waiting for you.
Craig's Craiging it. He's laying back in the weeds. Craig,
in the weeds. Hanging out with Grandmother Willow. Fuck you.
Craig's very loud in the phone. Kind of modulated, a little poppy.
When is Craig not loud?
Why are you speaking the third person?
That was actually me doing my best Craig.
Holy shit.
It was a great impersonation. I didn't say one word the entire conversation. That was all Josh.
Yeah, he's still not saying it, and I refer to myself in the third person now.
Well, I don't know. Isaac think that's
Isaac think is not.
Isaac think is good.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.